Religion is an intricate tapestry woven into the fabric of human history. It shapes societies, cultures, and individual identities, providing a framework for understanding the world and our place within it. To understand the origins of religion, we must journey back to the dawn of humanity, exploring the evolution of thought, culture, and spiritual practice over millennia. In the earliest days of human existence, our ancestors lived in a world brimming with mystery and uncertainty. Natural phenomena such as thunderstorms, eclipses, and the changing seasons were both awe-inspiring and terrifying. These early humans sought to make sense of their surroundings and explain the forces that influenced their lives. This quest for understanding laid the foundation for the development of religious thought. The roots of religious belief can be traced to the cognitive evolution of Homo sapiens. As our ancestors' brains grew more complex, so did their capacity for abstract thought. This cognitive leap enabled them to imagine a world beyond the tangible, to ponder the existence of spirits, deities, and an afterlife. Evidence of early religious activity can be found in archaeological sites across the globe, where artifacts such as burial goods, cave paintings, and carved idols reveal a nascent spirituality. Burial practices from the Paleolithic era provide some of the earliest tangible evidence of religious behavior. The intentional interment of the dead, often accompanied by grave goods like tools, ornaments, and food, suggests a belief in an afterlife. These rituals indicate that early humans grappled with concepts of mortality and the possibility of an existence beyond death. This notion of an afterlife is a cornerstone of many religious traditions, underscoring the deep-seated human desire to transcend the finite nature of earthly life. As human societies evolved from nomadic hunter-gatherer groups to settled agricultural communities, so too did their religious practices. The advent of agriculture brought about significant changes in social structure and daily life. With the ability to produce surplus food, communities grew larger and more complex. This newfound stability allowed for the development of more elaborate religious systems and the construction of permanent religious structures. In these early agricultural societies, religion became deeply intertwined with the cycles of nature. Fertility, harvest, and the changing seasons were often personified as deities or spirits to be honored and appeased. This close connection between religion and agriculture is evident in the pantheons of ancient civilizations. For instance, in ancient Mesopotamia, the Sumerians worshipped gods like Enlil, the god of wind and storms, and Inanna, the goddess of love and fertility. Their myths and rituals reflected the rhythms of agrarian life and the dependence of humanity on the forces of nature. The rise of complex civilizations in regions such as Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indus Valley, and China marked a significant turning point in the history of religion. These societies developed sophisticated religious institutions with organized priesthoods, monumental temples, and codified rituals. Religion played a central role in legitimizing political power and maintaining social cohesion. Rulers often claimed divine right or direct descent from the gods, intertwining religious authority with political governance. In ancient Egypt, for example, pharaohs were considered divine beings, intermediaries between the gods and the people. The construction of massive pyramids and temples, such as the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Temple of Karnak, served both religious and political purposes. These structures were not only places of worship but also symbols of the pharaoh's divine mandate to rule. The religious beliefs of ancient Egypt, with their intricate pantheon of gods and elaborate rituals, had a profound influence on subsequent civilizations. Meanwhile, in the Indian subcontinent, the early religious practices of the Indus Valley civilization laid the groundwork for what would become Hinduism. The discovery of seals and artifacts depicting deities, animals, and ritualistic scenes suggests a rich spiritual life. Over time, these early beliefs evolved and were codified in the Vedas, ancient texts that form the basis of Hindu religious thought. The Vedic tradition introduced concepts such as karma, dharma, and the cyclical nature of existence, which continue to be central to Hinduism today. In East Asia, early Chinese religious beliefs centered around ancestor worship and the veneration of natural forces. The Shang dynasty, one of China's earliest civilizations, practiced divination and offered sacrifices to ancestors and deities. This emphasis on ancestor worship and the interconnectedness of humanity and nature became integral to later Chinese religious and philosophical systems such as Confucianism and Taoism. As these ancient civilizations flourished, so too did their religious traditions. The development of writing allowed for the recording of religious texts, myths, and hymns, preserving these beliefs for future generations. The codification of religious knowledge facilitated the transmission of complex theological concepts and rituals, ensuring the continuity and stability of religious institutions. The ancient Greeks made significant contributions to the evolution of religious thought. Greek mythology, with its pantheon of gods and goddesses, explored themes of human nature, morality, and the relationship between mortals and the divine. The Greeks' anthropomorphic deities, who exhibited human-like qualities and emotions, reflected a nuanced understanding of the divine. Greek philosophy, particularly the works of Plato and Aristotle, further enriched religious discourse by introducing ideas about the nature of the soul, the afterlife, and the existence of a higher, transcendent reality. During the same period, the Hebrew people in the Near East were developing a monotheistic tradition that would profoundly shape the course of religious history. The ancient Israelites' belief in a single, all-powerful God represented a radical departure from the polytheistic traditions of their neighbors. The Hebrew Bible, or Tanakh, chronicles the Israelites' covenant with God, their laws, and their history. This monotheistic faith laid the foundation for Judaism, which in turn influenced the development of Christianity and Islam. The emergence of Christianity in the 1st century CE marked a pivotal moment in religious history. Rooted in Jewish tradition, Christianity introduced the teachings of Jesus of Nazareth, who proclaimed a message of love, compassion, and salvation. The spread of Christianity throughout the Roman Empire and beyond was facilitated by its appeal to diverse populations and its promise of eternal life. The establishment of the Christian Church, with its hierarchical structure and theological doctrines, created a powerful and enduring religious institution. In the 7th century CE, Islam arose on the Arabian Peninsula. Founded by the Prophet Muhammad, Islam emphasized submission to the will of Allah and the unity of the Muslim community. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, provided a comprehensive guide to religious and moral conduct. The rapid expansion of the Islamic caliphates brought Islam to a vast and diverse population, fostering a rich cultural and intellectual legacy. The spread of these major world religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, profoundly influenced global history. They shaped civilizations, inspired art and literature, and provided moral and ethical frameworks for countless individuals. Each of these religions developed distinct doctrines, rituals, and institutions, yet they also shared common themes, such as the search for meaning, the nature of the divine, and the moral responsibility of individuals and communities. Buddhism, which originated in India in the 6th century BCE, offered a unique perspective on the human condition. Founded by Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, Buddhism emphasized the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path as a means to achieve enlightenment and liberation from the cycle of rebirth. The spread of Buddhism across Asia fostered a diverse array of practices and schools of thought, from Theravada in Southeast Asia to Mahayana in East Asia and Vajrayana in Tibet. In addition to these major religious traditions, countless other spiritual beliefs and practices have flourished throughout history. Indigenous religions, often rooted in a deep connection to the land and nature, have been integral to the cultural identity of many communities. Shamanism, animism, and various forms of ancestor worship are examples of the rich diversity of spiritual expression that exists outside the major world religions. The interplay between religion and culture is evident in the artistic and architectural achievements of civilizations. Religious themes have inspired some of humanity's greatest works of art, from the intricate carvings of Angkor Wat to the stained glass windows of Notre Dame. Sacred music, literature, and drama have also played a crucial role in expressing and transmitting religious beliefs and values. Religion has also been a powerful force for social cohesion and moral guidance. Religious teachings often provide ethical frameworks that guide individual behavior and promote social harmony. Concepts of justice, compassion, and the common good are central to many religious traditions. However, religion has also been a source of conflict and division. Religious wars, persecution, and intolerance have marred human history, highlighting the complex and sometimes contradictory role of religion in society. The modern era has brought new challenges and opportunities for religious traditions. The scientific revolution and the Enlightenment prompted critical examinations of religious beliefs and institutions. The rise of secularism and the separation of church and state in many parts of the world have reshaped the role of religion in public life. At the same time, globalization and increased communication have facilitated interfaith dialogue and the exchange of spiritual ideas. In contemporary society, religion continues to evolve and adapt. New religious movements emerge, often blending elements of traditional beliefs with modern ideas. The rise of technology and social media has created new platforms for religious expression and community building. Interfaith initiatives and movements for social justice reflect the ongoing relevance of religious values in addressing global challenges. The study of religion is a multidisciplinary endeavor encompassing history, anthropology, sociology, psychology, and theology. Scholars seek to understand the origins and development of religious beliefs, practices, and institutions. By examining the diversity of religious experience across cultures and epochs, we gain insight into the fundamental questions that have shaped human existence. Why are we here? What is the nature of the divine? How should we live our lives? In conclusion, the origin of religion is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that has evolved alongside humanity. From the earliest expressions of spiritual thought to the development of sophisticated religious systems, religion has been a constant companion in the human quest for meaning and understanding. It reflects our deepest hopes, fears, and aspirations, providing a bridge between the mundane and the transcendent. As we continue to explore the rich tapestry of religious history, we uncover not only the diversity of human belief, but also the common threads that unite us in our shared journey through life.